Here's a turntable I just picked up at my local Goodwill. It is a MCS series, so I think that's what JCPenney's house brand, 6202 belt drive, and that was $9.99, but since today is senior day, it was $7.50. Got a 25% discount. So this looks relatively complete. It's missing the platter mat, but someone was nice enough to give me a brand new belt, or looks fairly new. And platter turns. The reason I say the belt's new is I saw signs that there was some goo belt residue down in here. So someone has already gone through and cleaned that up and put a new belt on it. Belt may be a little tight, but seems okay. And if you pull the belt off, platter's moving pretty well. So I don't think this is going to need much except for a platter mat and some cleanup. Let's dig into it and see. Put the platter off, and it's really lightweight, kind of a ringy platter. And here's the back of the unit. There's a serial number and date code. I can't really figure that out. But it was turntable was made in Japan, so I'd say it's probably from the early 80s, maybe. I'll see if I can get any date codes off the motor or anything underneath it when I pull the bottom off. But fairly low-end, entry-level turntable, but does have, adjustable tone arm, the real tone arm weight, and anti-skid. And it looks like an AT3600 style cartridge, conical. So it looked like the needle's in good shape. So hopefully this will work without anything other than a little bit of cleanup and lube. So I'm gonna turn it upside down, take the bottom off, and we'll check it out underneath. Okay, I took the bottom off, and you need to remove the feet plus some screws. For this to come loose. That's just a fiberboard cover, and underneath it not much. It's all pretty plasticky. It does have a AC motor, which I prefer. I like those. Now as far as dates, see right there, that little label, it says that it was formed, I guess, in 1982. I think that's the plastic from the plastic manufacturer itself. And right here there's some type of a date code. Looks like 12/15 with the year being backwards of 85, which kind of makes sense. And also on the platter, it has close to the same thing. Looks like 12 of 82. Yeah, so that could be, platter could have been made in 82. Maybe the turntable itself in 85, or maybe that date code's right. So sometime between 82 and 85, I think this thing was made. Anyway, it's working just fine, so I don't want to do too much to it. I think I probably will lubricate the motor. It's 40 years old, and maybe see if I can get that spindle out of there and lubricate that, although it's turning really nicely. And then just clean this up and start using it. Alright, I pulled the spindle out, just 3 screws holding it in, the spindle well, and actually looks pretty well lubricated. I'll go ahead and clean that out anyway and re-lubricate it and put it back together. Alright, I cleaned this out spindle with a spindle well, with alcohol on Q-tips. It was fairly clean. I'm almost wondering if someone maybe serviced this not too long ago. I just added some 3-in-1 oil back in there and pushed it down, got the air out, so that's ready to go back together. And this is all reassembled and connected up to my amp, but I'm getting no sound out.
Define weather for present.
So, and maybe that's why this was at the thrift store, but what I'll do is go ahead and just measure from the head here, head unit all the way back to through the cables and see if I got continuity. See if that cartridge is bad or maybe the cables are bad. But both left and right are out. So let's do some measurements and see what's going on. Okay, got that problem solved. It turns out I just put another head shell with the cartridge on and it's working fine. It looks like, I don't know if I can zoom in here enough on this, but I think this stylus is broken. I think it should have a little piece coming off of that going into the cartridge, and it doesn't, so I may be able to get a new stylus for that and see if that'll still work, but maybe I'll do that. I think those are cheap, 25 bucks. But so the turntable does work. So I think that'll be the end of this. I'm going to try to clean up some of the light scratches on the dust cover. I'm probably just going to use this turntable right here in the garage. So that's it for this video. Another repair of a MCS Series 6202 semi-automatic belt drive. No money involved. I just put a spare, I had a spare platter mat and put a spare cartridge on it, which sounds good. So I think that'll do it for this video. So thanks very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.